thing about Lies of P is it's easier to tab out of the game, whereas with like Baldur's Gate, it was the screen would start like flickering and just absolutely go apeshit, and it's like, okay, wow. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead. I gave it some thought. I think we're gonna start with. I think we'll start with technique, or we'll go with the technique build. I was doing motivity last time, and there were some cool weapons I found through that. And this is technically a motivity weapon if you look at the stats. But let's not focus on that.
Doma, 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 doma.
I don't think we're going to be seeing the Dung Defender here. The first boss of the game. Parade Master. Oh, come on, man. Go ahead and heal up. Ah, fuck, man. Shit. Oh, man, I'm fucking up. Ah, man. I completely fucked that up. Yeah, that was... No, I got too greedy on trying to get that stagger. And like I lost like all of my fucking HP trying to do that. And that was really stupid of me. But that's fine. If you die in a boss battle, death ergo is created at the entrance to the boss arena. And I like that it does that. Like, that was like my biggest anxiety when it came to like, you know, Souls games, like losing my souls. And this kind of removes that potential risk. Sort of, not entirely. Swear to God, like, why is it? It feels like there's a delay between the. And I'm pretty sure that I. Oh, God, come on, man. What are you doing, little... Not this time, my friend. What the fuck, man? Like, it feels like, okay, it feels like it's not, like... Get the fuck out of the fuck you corner. What the oh my god. Hey Caddis, how you doing, man? I am definitely feeling the rust on playing these types of games. Holy crap, like I'm... You hear about this terrible news that Sony wants to buy... They don't want to buy From Software, they want to buy the parent company of From Software, which is still terrible news. Yeah. But yeah, I heard about it. So, yeah, I heard about it. Turn your little shithead. I mean, yes, but also, like, the devil is in the details. And those are the kind of details you need to, you know, when you get those people online who are just like, they're gonna buy From Software and they're gonna make them use PSN accounts all the time. It's like, it's bad. But I mean, it's kind of it's hard to use Blade Fable Arts while guarding. Use Handle Fable Arts. Weapons have distinct blades and weapons have distinct blades and handles that each have their own Fable Art. Fable Arts use up Fable Art slots, and different Fable Arts use different number of slots. Charge Fable slots by attacking enemies with weapons. I hope that will not go. It won't go through. I don't want From Software. I just want them to fucking like nut the fuck up and remaster. Give us our Bloodborne. Like the fact that there's and haven't they confirmed that there's a Dark Souls 3 remaster in the works? I don't think it wouldn't be locked to 30 FPS though. That's a bit. Motherfucker, man. I'm really starting to get annoyed with the, like... It's like there's a delay on the attack. I think there's an interview where Miyazaki said he doesn't want to make a Bloodborne 2. I don't want, like, no, not Bloodborne 2. I want Bloodborne 1 at 60 FPS. I don't think that's asking much. I'm not asking for Bloodborne 2. I don't think that there's, like, I don't see any sense looking at it from, like, a lore perspective why there would be a Bloodborne 2. I want to be able to play Bloodborne at 60 FPS. That's the one, like, aside from Frenzy being stupid and not making sense, that's my one issue with Bloodborne, is the frame rate. Yeah, you get used to it after a while, but why should we have to get used to it? Why do we have to emulate it? Yeah, a Bloodborne release for PC could give us that 60 FPS Bloodborne. Right now we do need emulators though, because, like, look at what they're doing. They've remastered Dark Souls 1. They've technically remastered Dark Souls 2 with Scholar of the First Sin Edition. Now they're remastering Dark Souls 3. They skipped over Bloodborne entirely. Okay, can I get something from you? Or... No? Okay.
One more thing I should mention. The hotel's security excludes puppets like you. So you'll have to lie to get inside. You're a special puppet after all.
The special little boy. So that's kind of the hilarious part about this game. We have, like, nobody, they give you nothing in terms of plot for, like, what's going on. I have some idea of, like, what's going on right now, but that's because I did play the game a little bit in the past. What do those look like? Nah. We'll keep you on the reindeer nose, but we're gonna put on the antlers. I don't know why they don't make it. It will give them back the money lost on Concord. I don't know if it'll sell that much, but it will definitely, it'll perform better than Concord, that's for sure. Hidden Moonstone, that's an upgrade material. Cool. Alright.
Welcome to the Sanctuary of the Grand Covenant. Prove your identity. Who are you? Grand Covenant's fourth law. A puppet cannot lie. Welcome to Hotel Krat.
My springs are reacting because I told a lie, but, like, the game's like, you have to lie, and it's like, I don't really know what's up with the like, that mechanic, but it feels like there are times where you actually do have a choice. Now I think we're gonna get our plot dump. Like, what the hell's going on? The nice looking hotel though. And title card. So this is your plot dump of, like, what's going on. They've discovered this mysterious substance. They're using it to now power the puppets. They've created factories and puppets that are making more puppets, and everybody's like, yay, a renaissance! All that puppet labor. Look at all that puppet labor, doing all that heavy lifting, putting up the sign. The puppets are teaching kids how to play piano. They're going insane. They start bashing everybody's skull in. All right, why are they going insane? That's, I guess, the next mystery we need to unravel. Kind of feels like, you know, this gives a very strong Bloodborne vibe with like all the carts and everything, but also just like, you know, in Bloodborne, you know, there's that sickness that everybody suffers from, that beast sickness that that'll make people go insane. You play or played Lies of P, have made so you pause the game for a bit. In the later game, it has some of the hardest bosses in all Souls games. I would say it is, from my perspective, a Souls-like with the hardest bosses. Okay, I mean, I'm okay with that. Like, you know, I've been having a blast playing this. You know, the last time I played it and playing it now, just for everybody watching, if you notice audio desync, please let me know as soon as possible. Because I'm not going to get the audio desync over here. I can't, I'd have to...
I'm so happy to see you.
I'd have to like unmute my stream and like check it, and that would lead to a feedback loop.
I've been waiting for you. Searched all over the city of Krat to find you. You must have questions. Geppetto will have answers, but we have to find him first. He was last seen on Elysian Boulevard. All of Krat is dangerous for humans, and that neighborhood is one of the scariest. Please find Geppetto on Elysian Boulevard. I'll explain more once you find him.
You can level up the Sophia using Ergo in your possession. You can increase your stats when you level up. I know, I've been doing it. So before we start working on technique, capacity does what? That does, oh, your weight capacity and Legion arm capacity. Let's get that up a little bit more. I have been having some stamina issues. Actually, yeah, cancel out.
That's proof you're broken. The real Gemini isn't so calm. I'm no inventor, but perhaps I can fix him. Or perhaps he'll fix himself in time. Wait, take this pocket watch. Krat is a labyrinth of peril right now. This watch will guide you to a safe place. Be careful.
That's basically like our homeward bone. Moon phase pocket watch.
I'll use my power to help.
Let's take a look at, okay, so I would need 300. One of those, and use one of those. There we go.
I'll use my power.
Because we need a little bit more than 300. We needed 942, so we should be able to get up to 10. Okay, perfect. That's where that will stay. Wait, you want to talk?
I'll use my power to... Ergo is the miracle that made Krat prosper.
It's a great Souls-like. One of your favorite, one of your few cons of the game is that the balance between the area and boss difficulty is not very well balanced.
You tap into the power of Ergo within
You
you.
can get to every area,
Gather more Ergo.
not doing more than
It will make you stronger.
not dying more than 3 times, sometimes even none. You need it up to 2 hours for the boss fights.
In the folklore of Krat, a cricket often acts as a guide. That is why these automated models became popular. But Gemini,
I can see why that would be a complaint.
He's more than just a guide. As you get more familiar with Gemini, you'll see what I mean.
Okay. Well, at least they let you run around free in here, but again, That's one of the smartest things that I think Elden Ring did, is give you unlimited running time when you're not in combat. What counts as in and out of combat in Elden Ring is sometimes that even the game doesn't fully understand, but
Unexpected guests are welcome. We don't insist on reservations. I am Antonia, and this is my hotel. Welcome. Oh, I knew from the moment we met that you're Geppetto's puppet. He might have a few loose screws, but Geppetto's skills are undiminished. It's a shame. He took off for Elysian Boulevard.
oh, you played it shortly after
Never came
release,
back.
so they patched,
If it doesn't
and
turn
yeah,
out
they did
soon,
patch the difficulty.
we'll
You're
have
right
to
about
make
that.
a new coffin. Oh, I forgot. I was keeping this for him. It comes with a long story. But I think it's better off with you. Please find that old man. And do take care of yourself out there.
Yeah, I have no idea what bosses got nerfed or... Huh? Okay. Well, that was exciting. Yeah, I'll put that on the lower belt. You just do that and cycle through those. Okay. What do you got?
Welcome to Hotel Krat. My name is Polendina, butler to Lady Antonia. Please let me know how I may be of service. At Hotel Krat, comfort and calm walk hand in hand. Welcome to Hotel Krat.
I think that's the second time you said
How may I
that.
be of service?
Oh, good. You're a shop that sells 2 quartz. Interesting. Cool.
I heard about you from Geppetto, but to see you in person... Wow. You should take this. Geppetto left it with me.
Yay! We get the Legion arm. All right. I really like this. Legion arm is a special equipment that is equipped on the left arm. Each Legion arm has its own combat ability. Legion arm can be modified with all sorts of forms. Modifications can be made using the Venini craft machine.
The sound of it alone. That craftsmanship comes only from the hands of Geppetto. You must be something else. A custom arm from Geppetto
Excuse me.
himself is quite an accessory. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Eugenie from the Workshop Union. I know my way around weapons of all kinds. I'm sure Master Geppetto would agree. If any of your weapons need work, bring them to me. I know my way around a weapon.
So yeah, this is like one thing. You can bring Eugenie cranks to alter weapon handles. Each handle's property upgrades based on your character's default abilities. You can change this property and grade 1 time with a handle alteration. However, you can always reset with a balanced crank. So yeah, you can do that, but you can also, if I were to use a motivity crank, for example, it would up the motivity scaling. Technique crank would up the technique crank scale, so on and so forth. Advanced crank, yeah. Sounds pretty self-explanatory. You can also upgrade the weapons. If you have Moonstone, Eugenie can help you upgrade a weapon's blade. The weapon's attack power will increase when you upgrade the blade. Some blades can only be upgraded with special Moonstone. Like that. I don't even have enough ergo. Oh, she's not gonna let us... a Dark Souls 3 remake. Well, it's a remaster, but yeah. I just don't know what they would do. Dark Souls remaster would be good. It's your favorite Dark Souls game. It is my favorite Dark Souls game as well. And after Sekiro, your favorite Soulsborne. Even if sometimes, depending on the time of day, it's Elden Ring. Elden Ring is probably my favorite. It is definitely my favorite Souls game.
A Stargazer is a survival device used by the Stalkers. It powers
Like Elden
itself
Ring's just
by
my favorite game,
accumulating
period.
and absorbing ergo spores in the air. The Stalkers installed Stargazers all across the city. Once they're recovered, we can put them to use. If you want to test your skills or try new techniques, head for the garden. The Stalkers captured a puppet to use for training. Don't look at me like that. Everyone hates puppets. I know whose side you're on.
So yeah, if I wanted to go out here and like mess with the Legion thing, I could. Pop. Can do that. And none of your stuff decreases, so you can kind of just like test your heart's content. What is the No, don't unequip it. What the fuck? Link slash an enemy in front of you uses an extra Fable slot to slash up to 3 times. Perfectly block the enemy's attack temporarily. So if I were to do that, okay. Let's get on with it. I'm pretty sure that was weird. Man, this runs really well on my computer. I'm kind of glad that it does. I was a little bit worried because the game, like visually, this game is like it's a marvel at how good this game looks. Like that's my biggest gripe, I guess you could say, with like some of the Souls games is like the character models just look abysmal, I think is probably the best way to put it. I am kind of curious to see what they're going to do with the Dark Souls 3 remaster. Like, are we going to get new models? Are we going to get, like, is there going to be any new content? Or are they just going to make the game... I don't even know, what are they going to do? I just don't know what you would do with a game that, honestly, I don't feel it needs a remaster. I'd very much, like, obviously if it comes out, I'm gonna fucking play it because I'm me, and that's what I do. A new game from a franchise that I love and adore comes out, I'm gonna fucking play it, but I don't know, it's just like, why? Why that? Like, it's so baffling because, like, you know, everybody on the planet who likes these types of games is screaming, give us a fucking Bloodborne remake. Like, you know what? I think what the fans really want
Hey, let's be more careful.
is a Dark Souls 3 remake.
Brotherhood. I hate these guys. But don't be alarmed. My name is Gemini. We'll talk later, when we're safe.
Okay. Elden Ring has overall some of the best aspects of Souls games, but there are little nuances of the game that I cannot even explain. It really does interfere with your experience with Elden Ring when you play it. And that's why it's not above Dark Souls 3. Yeah, and that like...
I'm Jiminy, your friendly puppet guide. Or friendly guide puppet? I don't know, one of those. I'm also a friend of Sophia's. Last time I woke up, Sophia was there because she woke me up. But I'm sure there are still other memories in there. Sorry. Must be the shock. Bear with me, and I'll do my best to guide you.
So I think one of the issues with Elden Ring that a lot of people have, you can transfer from one Stargazer to another. You can only travel to those who have activated Stargazers in areas with an event will be marked with a hint. Oh. Look, that's where I'm at. So if like there's an event in one of these things, it'll like have their little thing next. That's nice. Switch Legion Arm. There's no Legion Arm to switch, but and to get those all. There we go. Now we can't level up the Stargazers though. So I think your issue with the Elden Ring is the same issue that a lot of people have with Elden Ring, and that is the caves. In the DLC, the caves were better, for sure, but it's the caves. Bye. Whereas, like, you know, again, because Dark Souls 3 is not an open world game like Elden Ring is, it doesn't have that same problem of, like, having caves that all have the same weird cat statue boss, like, 500 times in a row. And, like, that's a valid complaint to have about those caves, is, like, they're not very interesting. I would have preferred that they made, like, larger, proper dungeons. Hey.
Elysian Boulevard was a regular rich people row. You wanted fancy boutiques and shops. No place better. But that was long ago. Before the Puppet Frenzy.
How long ago was the Puppet Frenzy? No Souls game will be better than Sekiro. It was your first, and so you have some sort of nostalgia, and you invested so much time into it, got really good, and for you, it's perfect. Yeah, and that's perfectly acceptable as, you know, as for like why you like something. Hell, any reason, if it's as long as you state it as an opinion, any reason to enjoy a game is fine. Like, you know, I'm over here like I'm like super cracked at fucking Metroid games and Metroidvanias. And I'm over here playing fucking Lies of P. But I like these games not just because of the challenge, but it's just like okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But yeah, like, I agree. No game. Anybody who says that a game is perfect is lying. And I've stated this opinion many times that no game is ever going to be perfect. I don't even think that we can truly understand or comprehend the concept of perfection, because as humans we are inherently flawed beings. So how would we know perfection if we saw it? We are imperfect By nature, we are imperfect. So what do we know? What perfect? How do we know what perfect is? Oh crap, my nose itched at like the worst possible time. All right. But yeah, I would agree that, like, not only no Souls game is perfect, but no game is perfect. Like, there are games that get close as you can get to perfection. I feel that games like Super Metroid, for example, I think is a great example of what I'd call a nearly perfect game. Is Super Metroid bug-free? No. But Super Metroid is a solid experience that tells a complete story that's completely coherent as long as you're, you know, somewhat paying attention. And the gameplay is immaculate. Like, there's a reason people still play Super Metroid to this very day. Hi, nerd. Whoa! Dim star fragment. Star fragment can grant human wishes. What? God damn it! Stay up longer. I'm not the best at reading things. Oh. Temporarily. Okay. Mused. And a cracks calling in front of a boss area. Oh. We don't care about star specters then, or star fragments. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. This is my first time playing this game, and that's kind of, you know. So I don't want to summon, but good to know that it's there. And it's also, you're not summoning other people. You're just summoning like a little helper friend. So you'd be summoning like an AI companion. There's no multiplayer in this game at all. Bap. Yep. Why did I not pick this up? See, that's worth something. It's not completely worthless. It's just not worth much. But 100 ergo is 100 ergo. 20 bucks is 20 bucks. There's a joke somewhere in there. I just don't recall what that exact joke is. Alright, what is... I'm... Ooh. Hello? Oh. Thanks, game. I... Jesus. Like, everything that happened there happened, like, all at once. That was kind of funny. Attribute resistance ampule. He's, Motherfucker. Okay, I see you. We're not doing so great in terms of health, but Okay. Okay. There's that fear of heights coming back into play. Sharp pipe, isn't that another consumable? You just like throw the sharp pipe at somebody. Let's go. Yeah. You have to do it exactly like that. You have to do the limp-wristed throw. It's part of the rules. Okay. I remember getting lost here the first time I played this. Hidden Moonstone, very good. That makes me peepo happy. That less so, but it's still good. At least for now. I'm sure there'll be a time very, very soon where 100 ergo is going to be virtually worthless. I look forward to that time. I look forward to progressing in this game. What Caddis says is true. And this game has some of the hardest bosses. That's going to be exciting. Also, I am aware of the fact that, like, virtually, especially in late game, like, just about every single boss has a phase 2. Dick. There we go. One way to deal with that problem. I want a faster weapon. Oop. Break the fucking lock on so you can take care of this little fucking Jeeves looking motherfucker here, dude. Yeah, man. I kind of had that coming. I was playing carelessly. Downside is we're all the way back here. Electric shock occurs when electric blitz damage builds up. Both your character and monsters will take increased electric blitz and physical damage. Your character will receive continuous damage to your Fable slots. Monsters will experience increased stagger damage. The higher your electric blitz resistance, the slower the electric shock gauge's charge speed. Use a purification ampule to remove status ailments. Okay. Right. Didn't drop anything. Might as well get this guy. Go. That doesn't feel very good when you press the block button and it doesn't block. That it's kind of aggravating. Like if there's a delay, fine, let me know of the delay. I'm backing up like a little bitch. Oh god, this fucking... Huh? Oh! Okay, Mr. Axeman doesn't respawn. He's just like a single... I guess he is just to, like, introduce the summon item. All of the middle of the game has a second phase, and even some of the early ones. Yeah. And I remember, I forgot what it was. It was like, it was pretty early in the game. It's a boss pretty early in the game, but I remember, like, I beat him and I was like, I got like excited for a second. I was like, oh wait, that's right. This game has like a bunch of like multi-phase bosses. Like just as that like left my that thought left my mouth, his second phase started right up. Almost like I willed it into existence. Okay. Thanks. That's really cool of you. Shithead. Whoop. Jesus, man. What the fucking Christ, man. That is incredibly aggravating, and that's why I want a faster weapon, because it feels like the block is delayed. Like, I press block, and then I have to, like, essentially I have to, like, predict when enemies are going to attack, and the block on this just does not feel right. I can do it when I'm actively thinking about it, but, like, just kind of, like, passively being able to do that. Get him out of here. Again, I'm holding down the block button when he as. Why is that so hard for you to do? Like my only aggravation with the game is like I'm pressing block. You hated the little side dungeons in Elden Ring. Cave or catacombs. You didn't like the Chalice. No, I don't think anybody liked the Chalice dungeon. They liked the concept of the Chalice dungeon in Bloodborne. They didn't like the execution. It felt like work going through them. But there was side content. In Elden Ring, there's also side content, but they made a lot of content you can do in the game. For me, they feel like they were built by built by AI. I mean, basically, that's... I don't think you're going to find too many people who disagree with that assessment. Well... But yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, one of the reasons you probably didn't, I felt you wouldn't like Elden Ring, or you didn't like Elden Ring as much as like Sekiro or those other games, is because of that those side dungeons were not very good. And yeah, I'd say that's an accurate assessment, that it felt like it was built by an AI, just like they didn't know what they were doing. They slapped a bunch of stuff together and... Okay. Sawtooth wheel, okay. The DLC, they fixed some of the problems. They were more integrated with the overworld. Yes, they were. And most were designed. Not only were they designed individually, they felt like they were designed individually, and that's like that was the biggest issue with that content. Is it in the original game, in the base game, it did not feel like that content was designed like, who was it made for? Wasn't made for me. Okay. Where are you? Legion magazine, there we go. That's... Wait until I found that. Now I can use that. Boom. Recharges some of your Legion arm. Legion magazines are very, very useful. You also have bosses that were individual, not enemies, that come later in the game. They did have some NPC bosses. I wasn't too crazy about that. Let's go up first. There's some guys up here I want to say hi to. If I say hi to, I mean shove this greatsword in their face until they no longer can move or exist. Throwing cell, how nice. Can I climb the ladder now, please? Game. That was weird. Hey, you little shithead. No, you are not fucking throwing that. More star fragment. Ooh. Almost fell down that hole. I'd have been upset by that, because I want to kind of look around up here and see what items I can find. Like this. Look at that. There's an item right here. Fable Catalyst. Okay. Nice. Finished getting that durability back up. Heal up. You also like the buildings where you fight an NPC and it felt like a duel against an AI. Oh, you meant like the mausoleums. I think if you're talking about Elden Ring, I think you're talking about specifically in the DLC. I think it was the mausoleums. Is where you had those like Yeah, you had those NPC guys, and they ooh, yeah, let's put that on. Get more max HP. Nothing to sneeze at. We got a good amount of ergo.
Why, hello! I didn't know anyone was alive out here.
Yeah, the DLC. Yeah, I
know
think
what
that was a
you're thinking,
mausoleum.
but I'm not a burglar. I'm just crashing in an abandoned house for a while. Don't worry, I won't cause any trouble. We survivors need to look out for each other. For your information, I didn't steal this.
I don't know if I want that. Electric Blitz canister, throwing cell. I like that he has Legion magazines. I kind of want to get some of these. Yeah, about 5 of them. Go ahead and rest here. And we are going to take a real short break. I just heard Annie making some noise and make sure that she's okay. As usual, she does seem to be back to her normal self, but I am still going to keep a close eye on her for the time